welcome to another Vlogtober. Well, it is Wednesday the 15th of October, I think, 2025, and it is actually 7:45 in the evening, and this is the first time I've actually managed to pick the camera up today. I've had a very stressful day today with one thing and another, and yesterday evening was a bit stressful. You know, it's like things just go wrong, things happen. I thought it's vlogging time, but of course something's going to happen. And it did, but everything's sorted, everything's okay. I've even got Kevin off work as well today. He's not being very well. I think he'll be at home tomorrow. She'll be back to work on Friday. So, yes, and I've been quite busy in the shop today, which was good. So I've not had time to put the camera up there, so I couldn't do any. I haven't done any sewing or anything in the shop. I think I managed to do a little bit of crochet on one of my squares. I put the cream on, that was about it. I then actually went out for lunch as well today. I went out for lunch yesterday. Didn't pick up the camera. So I don't know where my head was, but it certainly wasn't in vlogging mode, I'm afraid. What else have I done? Oh, then I ended up stopping at the shop for a good 2.5 hours because I needed to order some yarn and a few other little bits of haberdashery that I'd run out of. I've been meaning to order yarn for weeks, and I've been hanging on and hanging on until I suppose I could getting a bit desperate and I've got some more space. But I have got to do a little bit of reorganising in the shop to get the rest of the yarn in, and probably move the sale section to somewhere else. So I think I've got 45 bags of yarn coming in. I've got a restock on the white Flutterby because I've been out of that for a while. I've got some tickly top coming in. I've got Aran coming in. I've got all the colours of the Signet Aran coming in, baby Aran. Restock on the DK. They're out of some of the colours that I wanted, which it's always white. White's always out of stock. Some of the sparkly yarn I couldn't get hold of, that was out of stock. So it's mainly DK that's coming in, and there's Chunky and Aran. So it's going to be around about a fortnight until that arrives. Then I've got to create some space. Like I said, I've got to have a bit of a shuffle round, and then it's going to take me a while to get everything photographed and put on the website. So it's going to be non-stop for a bit. Anyhow, like I say, it's evening time and I'm just having a nice cup of Yorkshire tea while I chat to you. So I have managed to get a little bit of sewing done on my bed runner. And what did I do? I think after I spoke to you on Monday, what did I do? I sewed the middle section together, and then yeah, that's what I did. And then when I was at work Tuesday, I put the top and the bottom border on, and it's really nice. So I brought it home. I pressed everything, and then I put the wadding on the back, and then I put the backing fabric on. Now I haven't used any of the fabric that I've used in the quilt because that's sort of all on and up for sale. What I used is a fabric that I've had for a while that I've never actually sold. It's the pine cones, and it's really nice fabric, so I've just used that on the back. I've had to sort of cut a piece off and cut it in half, so I've got a seam going down the centre, but it's on the back, nobody's going to see it. So I stitched that together, pressed that, so then I've sort of glue basted everything, and I managed to pick up I haven't got them with me, a tub of curved safety pins in case I need to hold it together. So I have brought it home with me so I can show you a bit of what it looks like. But as I'm sat here you're not going to get a very good view of it. But I'm really pleased with how it's looking. So this is not very good, is it? It's looking a little bit creased, I'm afraid. And that's the back, the pine cones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this back to work. Well, I think I'm going to take it back to work. I've got to decide where I'm going to stitch it, because I'm going to have to press it again, and I don't have a steam iron at work. I've only got my little iron, and the bobbins are different in my 1600p that I've got at home. They're probably like a standard metal bob. Well, they're not a standard metal bobbin, but they're especially for this machine. And the HD9, which is the model up from this, it's got bigger bobbins in. And it's like, I think now I've cleared my sort of worktop off, I've got a little bit more space at home, so I might actually do the quilting on it at home, I think. But I think that'd be easier. But I have started cutting out the binding, so I'm just gonna have a little drink of tea. I had got quite a few 6.5-inch squares left over because I just got a bit carried away with cutting. But I know I'm going to use them all. So what I've done is I've picked a selection, and this afternoon towards the end of my day I started cutting some 2.5-inch strips. So I've cut a few of them and I brought them home, and I've actually just started to put them together. So I've stitched them together, and this is what I've got. So I haven't got a lot of these orange colours, but I'm just dotting them in and around. They're going in quite random. So there we go, there's another orangey one there. So that's as much as I've done up to now. So I think tomorrow, while I'm at work, I'm going to continue making these. I might take the quilt down with me just to get some measurements, or I might measure it while I'm here if I've got time, and then I will continue doing this, so then this will be all done and ready to go. So I have got on a little bit further with the quilt than I thought I would. There's not going to be a great deal of quilting to do on the quilt, because on the small squares I'm just going to do a cross, and I think on the large square I'm just going to do a stitch in a ditch around the edge, then that'll hold it together nicely. And I might see about getting some thread for doing hand quilting, to hand quilt around the pumpkins, but I'll see, I'll think about that. But that can be done at any time. I can just finish the quilt off. So that's what I'll be hopefully doing the quilting maybe tomorrow night, but I might be going out shopping tomorrow night, I don't know yet. But other than that, I'll be doing it on Friday and the weekend. So we are getting there. It's nearly finished and it's getting quite exciting now, so I can't wait to have it on the bed. I haven't even put my new bedding on yet. I'm holding off until this is ready. So I'm looking forward to that. Right, so what else have I been doing? I've been doing a little hand stitching on my felt kit. I decided today I needed to get a little bit done. So I have done the wolf. I keep calling it a fox, but it's a wolf. So the wolf is all stitched, and it's got a white detail sort of on his tail, the crease there, the leg, the chest, and the eyes and the nose and the mouth and the ear. So that's one thing done. So hopefully tomorrow I might get a chance to do the bird. So then that's going to just leave the penguin then. So I'm going to try and do a little bit each day and see if I can get this finished. Because then I can put it up on the wall. So I'll pop that there. Right, and then the last thing I've got to share with you is my crochet. So I've managed to do 2, 3, 4, squares for my pile. So this is the first one. This is this nice sort of burnt orange round there. The centre is off that multicoloured ball of yarn that I've got. I've got a big clump of this colour, so I've wound that part off so I could get onto the next colour, which you'll see soon. So I thought I might use this colour for some of the centres and maybe odd bits of this, so they're not all sort of the same, because there's quite a lot of this colour in it. But like I said, I really love this yarn. It's absolutely gorgeous. So that's that one. And then the next one, this is off that multicoloured ball. So you can see we had the sort of burnt orange and it went down to that colour. Then a bit of brown. And then I've used purple and, oh my god, what's this colour? Is this turmeric? It might be turmeric or something. So that's that one. And then the next one, this is all off. If you can hear that, I think that's the police helicopter going over. There we go. This is all done from the multicoloured ball, which you've got the oranges and the browns and the sort of purpley plummy colours and things like that. So that's really nice. I like that one. And then this one, we've got like a, I don't know if you can see that. Now that's coming up quite dark and red on the inside, but it's not. It's not that dark. It's a bit lighter. And then we've got like the duck egg there. And then I think, I don't know, you know, I keep forgetting what colours these are. Well, yeah, it's like a brownie colour, brownie orange on the outer. And then we've got this one, it's like got green and blue in around the edge. Then a beige and an orange. And then the last one is this sort of burnt orange one with the brown and the yellow centre. Oh, it's back again. It's obviously looking for somebody out there. That's a good job I'm going back inside now, I think it is. I don't think I fancy stopping out here now. Right, I'm just going to have a little sip of tea. That's all I've got to share with you today. So I know it's a little bit of a short one, but it doesn't matter. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope everybody's had a lovely couple of days, that you managed to get some crafting done. And you have to let me know down below what are you making. It'd be nice to hear what you're doing, and I will see you all again on Friday for another Vlogtober. So take care everyone, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.